Good morning, everyone. This is Shelley Frody, and this is Monday Morning Motivation. We are so excited to have you joining us here this morning. Just a lot of cool things that are happening. I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that are coming up with City to Shore and with Next Advance. So for City to Shore on May 29th, we are having a Discovery Day up in Traverse City area. We'd love to have you come to that. There will be a link provided when we repost this video, so you can check that out. And then on September 17th, Next Advance, we're going to be doing a financial wellness seminar, and we're going to be talking more about that in today's Monday Morning Motivation as well, because my guest is Lola Audu. Say hello, Lola.
Hi, Shelley. How are you?
Good, good. And Lola and I got connected many years ago. It was through WCR. And kind of before that, we both worked at the same brokerage for a little while. And Lola was president of WCR, and then I came in shortly after that as president, and that's how we got connected. And now we are so lucky and blessed to be able to work with each other here at City to Shore. And yeah, Lola, why don't you tell just our viewers, if they don't know you, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, Shelley, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation to the program. And it has been a real delight to work with City to Shore and to get to know many of the really wonderful people who are part of the company. I've been in real estate for about 23 years, started in 1995. And so I've gone through a lot of the challenges that realtors have faced. I went through the recession and kind of came through on the other side. During that time, I was very involved in the Greater Regional Alliance of Realtors, which at that time was GRAR, and also was involved in the Michigan Association of Realtors as well as the National Association of Realtors. And so run the gamut in terms of helping people through their real estate transactions and also helping realtors on the other side. And in 2011, I was elected as the president of the Grand Rapids Association of Realtors during a really difficult cycle in the realtor industry when our home prices were about half of what they are now, and a lot of realtors had lost their jobs. And it was my, the time felt to me to help people through that. And so that's what I've been up to.
Awesome. It sounds like a printer or something going on. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, today we're going to be talking a little bit about Next Advanced Training Systems. And if people are connected with either you or I on Facebook and through social media, you've probably seen us post things about Next Advanced Training Systems. But today we're going to talk about what actually that is. So Lola, could you tell us a little bit about what Next Advanced Training Systems is?
Well, we've got to figure out what's happening with this printer, but it's running through a very long cycle here.
That's fine.
I'm not exactly sure how to turn it off. Hang on a minute, let me see.
Okay.
Okay, there we are.
Perfect.
Okay. Next Advanced Training Systems is a holistic approach to training people. As realtors, we're entrepreneurs, and so we come into this having had a lot of different experiences, but oftentimes not necessarily business experience, and certainly not a holistic approach to business. So Next Advanced Training Systems is a training program that helps people to look at their continuing education requirements, look at their education requirements on a broad scale, but also looks at motivation and how we help people to address things like motivation and how we help people to look at their financial arenas. And then lastly, we also help with transition services for realtors, because a lot of people don't know that the average realtor today is 55 years old, and within the next 10 years is probably going to be thinking about retiring. So that's it in a nutshell.
Awesome. Awesome. So what would you say is the mission of Next Advance? Because I know you and I sat down together early on, and we really felt like there was kind of a gap in the industry, a gap in the educational part of the industry for real estate agents. And through that, we formed Next Advance. But what would you say is our mission?
Our mission is to provide a well-rounded educational portal that deals with helping people to complete their educational requirements as well as transition services. And as we do that, we also put together events which highlight specific aspects of the training that we are providing.
Awesome. Very cool. So with that, what types of programs do we have? Because I know it's kind of a multi-layered type of thing for Next Advance. So if you could go through those, or I could start and I could like point out each one, why don't we do that? And you could talk about what that is. So the first one is Next Advance events.
Well, and I think it's really important, Shelley, to appreciate the fact that this is a multi-layered approach. Mm-hmm. It's not a one-size-fits-all, or even a one-system-fits-all. Mm-hmm. And so we're building the components of Next Advance training systems as we go. And we've seen a lot of companies do this, and a lot of times it takes several years to put together the components that we're putting in place. Mm-hmm. Next Advance training system started in 2018. Mm-hmm. And during that time, we've already had, 2 events which have launched the program in a very powerful way. So you wanted me to talk about Next Advance events as first, or you wanted me to think about Next Advance?
Well, we'll probably talk more about the events coming up, but let's talk about one of the other areas we have is Next Advance Con Ed career training.
Yep, Next Advance continuing educational training is part of a school that the state of Michigan has set up. And as a school, not only do we have the opportunity to create events, but it also gives us the ability to host events. Mm-hmm. And Next Advance as a school is hosting at least 4 different classes, which we can either come in-house and do, or you can come to our facility. And this school system focuses on multicultural events. We deal with fair housing. We've got the code of ethics. And these are programs of education which realtors need to have, either for the National Association of Realtors, or they can use in their regular fair housing or regular education. We also have an emerging trends class, which helps people look at the emerging trends which are happening in real estate and helps them understand how these trends may impact their industry.
Perfect. Another part of Next Advance is the motivational training. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Yes, we have a couple of different individuals who are involved in the motivational training. In fact, one of them is going to be part of our September 17th financial wellness event. Mm-hmm. And she's going to be doing a value-based entrepreneurial series, doing the first part of that series. But Donna Tajan is a member of the team and wants to help entrepreneurs figure out how to create a business, but one that's based on the values that they hold dear, and to enable people to understand that unless we have a values-based approach to entrepreneurship, um, we're probably not doing things in a way that's going to be most helpful for ourselves and our clients.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I know that Donna has a lot of great material, and I've seen some of the stuff that she's done, and I'm just super excited to have her be a part of Next Advance and be able to bring that to not only the Grand Rapids area, but we reach way beyond that as well too. Do you want to speak a little bit about that, like our reach, and then we'll get into the next?
Well, we are in different states, so
Yep.
that makes a huge difference. But here in the local area, not only are we in Grand Rapids, but we reach the entire state of Michigan. And so that is a wonderful opportunity to be able to extend to realtors and real estate professionals in the state. And we are seeing that expansion happening in through City to Shore. And we also want to ensure that Next Advance programming is available to all realtors in the state of Michigan, and even looking to extend beyond that.
That's awesome. So one of the last areas that we cover, and this is one that I'm really excited about, and you and I have talked about it quite a bit, is the legacy and transition services. And you did hit on it a little bit at the very beginning, but you talked about the fact that the realtor population is an aging population, and how that's going to affect our business going forward, and then what we have in Next Advance being the legacy and transition services. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh, absolutely. You know, in 2011, when I was president of the Greater Regional Alliance for Realtors, we did a study of the number of agents who were below, I believe it was 30 or 35. And we were surprised to find that at that time, we only had 125 realtors who had come on board. And out of those 125, about 50 of them were actually practicing realtors. And out of that 50, there was, you know, maybe 30 or 40 who were actually realtors that you would encounter on a day-to-day basis. So GRA became very, very interested in ensuring that their realtor population became a realtor population that reflected the buying population. Now, as we have put together Next Advance, we really understood that we have a retiring agent population, you know, anywhere from 55 to 60 or even 65, who would like to sell perhaps their business, but a lot of people don't know exactly how to do that. How do you sell a business? Well, we think that the actual programs that realtors sell are their databases. And so we are putting together a program through one of these speakers at our event, Nick Crowder of PDX Real Estate, and figuring out how to help realtors transition their businesses to adopting agents who are, we're going to help to understand how to make that transition a viable one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so awesome, and it's such a big topic when you really start to think about it and talk about it. I know you and I have had many conversations about it. Back in 2011, that's when we started City to Shore, just Steve and I. And now that we've grown the company, most of our agents are very, very young, and have come to us, some of them right out of high school, getting their real estate license and growing up in the business. And so I think there's really these two different populations that are going on within the real estate industries. You got these really young people that have come into the business, and then we've got, our agents that went through that really tough time, and really they were the only ones that could survive because they had, built a real estate business. They built, repeat referral clients, and they made it through that downturn in the market when a lot of people left. So there's really this huge gap between the two, and marrying those and finding a way that makes it easy for an agent that's, nearing retirement, wanting to get out of the business, to be able to hook up with an agent that's coming into the business that's maybe been here for 3, 4, 5, 6 years in the business, knows what they're doing, but yet there's this huge dichotomy between how this person does business and how the young person does business, and how to put the two of those together.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Shelley. And you hit the nail right on the head, because the ways in which we have traditionally done business, they haven't transitioned, they haven't necessarily lost their relevance, but the ways in which people today do business is very, very different. Mm-hmm. And it's really important to help both series of entrepreneurs, the adopting agents as well as the retiring agents, understand how to work together most effectively. You're lucky in City to Shore that you have a agents who have just started, but even for a lot of agencies who have agents who are more mature, there's a powerful gold mine of opportunity here to enable their agents to continue working. And that's what Next Events Legacy Systems is all about.
Yeah, we're super excited to bring that to everybody, and have Nick Crowder come in. September 17 is when that's going to happen. So I just want to take a quick break here in the middle. If you're just joining us, this is Monday Morning Motivation. My name is Shelley Frody. I'm a broker owner along with my husband at City to Shore Real Estate and the CEO of City to Shore Franchises. So thank you for joining us this morning, and we're talking with Lola Audu and about Next Advanced Training Systems. So we're going to get into a little bit more about Next Advanced. So earlier we talked about the type of events that Next Advanced has done. Next Advanced events is something that we do. So let's talk about some of them that we have done, so people can kind of get an idea of what might be coming in the future. So tell us a little bit about our events that we've done so far, Lola.
Absolutely. Next Advanced Events was part of the launch of the Next Advanced program. And so we started this program with launching 2 events, which we did last year, and we will do at least another one this year, if not 2. But they are programs that are either community-based events or events which are relevant to industry professionals and entrepreneurs. The first event that we did was a cybersecurity event, cybersecurity and wire fraud. It was a topic which has increasingly become something that real estate professionals are concerned about, because cybersecurity and wire fraud has emerged as one of the leading causes of fraud in the United States. And so we launched an event. The first one, we had over 165 individuals attend that event. They were realtors, they were lenders, people in the title industry. It was incredible. We had Tom Conkright, who is an individual who has not only gone through cybersecurity, he was actually involved in having something like that happen in his title industry when he was running the title service. Right now, he's involved in a little bit more than just the title industry. But so he helped us with that, and it was a remarkable event that drew different parts of the title industry and the realtor industry together to talk about something that was an emerging problem.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fantastic event. I remember going away from that a little bit scared.
Yeah.
And then after the event, putting some systems and processes into place to make sure that our company is protected and that all of our agents are protected. And I know there were a lot of brokers and from other companies that were there, and I know that they felt the same way as well. That event also, people were able to get some Con Ed credits from it too, so that was pretty cool. So one of the next events I want to talk about that we did last year is the Lines Play. And we did that specifically because last year was the 50th anniversary of the Fair Housing Act. And you want to talk a little bit about the Lines Play and how that came about?
Well, the Lines Play came about through my attending the 50th anniversary celebration at the National Association of Realtors, and I watched a play that was about an hour long, but it was so impactful in my life as it told a story about fair housing in a way I'd never, ever heard it expressed before. And I remember calling Shelley and saying, Shelley, I just saw something that was extraordinary. And to my greatest surprise, Shelley said, there is a story, a play that's available in Grand Rapids that highlights these issues. And so we began the exploration of the Lines Play. And it was not only something that focused on Grand Rapids and its surrounding population, but it dealt with the many areas in fair housing like race and national origin and religion, areas which are part and parcel of what we do every day, but relate the fair housing story to us and our concerns.
Yeah, and we're coming up on, we're in it. April is Fair Housing Month. And so that gets celebrated every year in the realtor community, Fair Housing Month. I know that they're having a huge event. I believe it's on the 25th of this month.
Yes.
Yes. And so great event for people to go to and learn more about fair housing. So,
and we also got some classes which can help people with that, yes, with regards to multicultural, a multicultural approach to housing, and that deals through the fair housing lens, looking at how we can use fair housing to approach in a multicultural way. And then we also have fair housing and unconscious bias. And both of those are legal certifications as well.
Nice. I've been through your unconscious bias class that you do, and it is phenomenal. People should definitely consider doing that. So what do we have planned coming up this year? And then we talked about it a little bit, but let's talk a little bit more about it, because there's more than just one guest that's going to be there. You want to give us a whole gamut of what's going to be happening that day on September 17th.
Yes, it will be coming up shortly. This year has gone by so fast. On September 17th, we are having Nick Crowder, who is the owner of PDX Real Estate, come in to share with us about the program that he's launching on retiring agents and adopting agents. We've talked about that, but I wanted to bring your attention to Tara Jones, who will also be joining us. And Tara Jones is an entrepreneur and someone who has created a number of different classes around as a financial planner. Tara Jones entered into becoming a financial planner in a very interesting way. She had a daughter, she was enrolled in school, and found out that she had $0 to her name. And as a result of that experience and walking through that and getting herself financially secure in about 3 years, she was able to not only clear her debt, which was about $60,000, but to extend help to others as she was came through with, I think it was like $10,000 in liquid assets. And so Tara Jones represents a new kind of financial planner. And we're just really excited to have her share her ideas and thoughts about how to deal with student debt and the load that that puts on people. We're also going to be having the cryptocurrencies. And we've got two lenders who have figured out how to use cryptocurrencies in creating down payments. Now, a lot of people don't even know what cryptocurrencies are. But just in case you don't know, if you've heard of Bitcoin, you've probably heard about how to, using that format for payment. But there are certain dynamics that you need to make sure are in place before you use it in a down payment. And so we've got two lenders who are going to be doing that. And then lastly, the value-based entrepreneurship. And that's going to be Donna Tajian is going to help us work through that as she looks at some of the value-based ways in which we need to create our entrepreneurial structures.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's super exciting. It's going to be almost an all-day event. People can come in the morning. We have got some stuff going on in the afternoon. So where can people get information about this event?
Well, first of all, we have a VIP luncheon that we're going to be inviting people to, and that is a bonus and an opportunity to talk with Nick Crowder about how to set up the programs where new agents and retiring agents get together. So look for that. But to sign up, you can either do one of two ways. You can sign up on our Facebook page, or you can go to our Eventbrite page and look up financial wellness.
Perfect, perfect. And what I'll do is when we post this video, I'm going to post it on to the Next Advance Facebook page. When we post it there, we will put the link in right to the Eventbrite page. So that will be there as well. So Well, we are almost to the end here, Lola. This was so much fun, and I thank you so much for jumping in today and talking about all this stuff. I think we have a pretty exciting year coming up, and I'm so glad we had a chance to talk about it this morning.
Thank you so much, Shelley. This was wonderful and a remarkable opportunity to review all that Next Advance has done and what we hope to accomplish as we move into the future. We're just really grateful for this opportunity.
Awesome. Well, everyone out there today, you have a wonderful day. Again, this was Monday Morning Motivations. You can join me every Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. So look for the links to come out during the week for the following Monday and come along and join me. And watch for this one to be posted later today as well. And thank you again, Lola. We are all set and ready to sign out. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you later.